Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode number 5 of TNA 2013. So here we are at the Booked Explosion show in week 1 of February, and as always, if you don't want spoilers, look away now because we're about to run the show. In a decent match, Matt Cross defeated Gunner in 12:22 by pinfall with a shooting star press that got a 63C. Cross got a 57, Gunner got a 67. So that's pretty good. And now we go into the next segment. After the match, Kid Cash slides in the ring. Cash and Gunner begin to corner Cross when Phoenix comes down to the ring to even the odds. Gunner and Cash fake towards them and then roll out and laugh on the ramp. So they kind of fake out an attack and then they both roll out and they're walking backwards up the ramp looking at him and laughing. So I think it did pretty good. Phoenix had major problems due to the language barrier, so I had it set to entertainment. I didn't think that would really cause issues with the language barrier, but apparently it did. So Phoenix looked lost out there. Gunner looked good. It got a 48D+. Could have been a lot better, but it also probably could have been worse. And about that, a decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Kenny King defeated Robbie T in 8:55 by pinfall with a coronation. This got a 60C. Robbie T and Robbie E have good chemistry. Kenny King and Robbie T have a great chemistry, and it showed in their performance. King got a 62, Robbie T got a 51, and the match got the crowd hotter, so I'm happy with that. And about that, a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Mickie James defeated Holly Blossom in 6:37 by pinfall with a Mickie T. It's got a 48D+. Mickie got a 54. Holly Blossom got a 23. They were awkward together. They don't click, so that's unfortunate. Mickie was off her game, so she should be performing even better than that. But this is alright for a women's match, again, involving one of the Blossom sisters. We're just using them to put people over at this point. Christy Hemme has a mic and approaches Mickie James for a post-match interview. Hemme says, "Mickie, welcome back to the TNA ring. I know you've had a few months off. How did it feel to get in there again?" Mickie says, "Christy, it felt great to get to compete in front of these fans." And Hemme says, "Now I have to imagine, after being gone so long, you have to have the desire to be champion. Is there anything you want to say to the Knockouts champion, Tara?" Mickie says, "Tara, you better watch your back. We both know you can beat Madison Rayne with one arm tied behind your back, but once you beat her, the title is as good as mine." It's got a 58C-. I'm happy with that. Got the crowd hotter. In a decent match, Matt Morgan defeated Mike Bennett in 14:29 by pinfall with a elevator. It's got a 72B-. I'm very happy with that, considering that outperformed the wrestlers themselves. Morgan got a 70, Mike Bennett got a 52. I'm very, very happy with that. Just trying to get Mike Bennett some screen time, trying to put Matt Morgan over a little bit. Matt Morgan grabs a mic and says, "Another week, another win. The Blueprint has been on a roll lately, and that roll is going to keep coming, because at against all odds, I'm facing Joey Ryan and taking his title. Joey, you call yourself the King of Dong style? Well, we're going to see how you compare to the most genetically jacked, athletically stacked performer in the history of professional wrestling." It's got a 66C+. I was really hoping it would be better than that to end the show, but still not bad. Matt Morgan with a pretty decent promo, and the show got a 66C+. Matt Cross was used too much. It's the only comment on it. So now let's see what it got on TV. Alright, so TNA Explosion was held in the Will Rogers Memorial Center in the Mid-South region in front of 1,000 fans. It got a .43 on TV. That's 325,670 viewers, and I'm very happy with that. It was a sellout crowd, and yeah, let's see you guys at the Booked Impact show. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the week 1 of February edition of Impact. And as always, if you don't want spoilers, look away now because we're about to run the show. In a pre-show bout that had decent wrestling with a little heat, Mike Bennett defeated Jack Evans in 10:24 by pinfall with an awesome coolness. Got a 65C. I'm very happy with that. 65 for Evans, 54 for Bennett, and now we move to the main card. In a bout that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, Matt Cross and Phoenix defeated Kid Cash and Gunner in 12:20 when Gunner got disqualified after going into a rage and refusing to stop assaulting Phoenix. Got a 70C+. That was a very good way to start the show. Got the crowd hotter. I'm liking the combination of Phoenix and Cross. They got a 65 and a 56 respectively. Cash got a 51, Gunner got a 70. And I'm liking this little story we're telling here. Gunner and Cash are attacking Phoenix and Cross. The bell continues to be rung. Hulk Hogan's music hits. He comes down and says, "Now you two wait just a damn minute. I've sat back and watched you two ambush and beat down Matt and Phoenix for weeks now. You attack them from behind and fight dirty. So here's what I'm going to do. Gunner and Cash, You two will go toe-to-toe with Phoenix and Matt Cross and Against All Odds in a no disqualifications match. Got a 74 B-. I'm very happy with that. Probably because of Hulk Hogan. It's mostly based on their overness, I think. Selling, entertainment, microphone. So I'm happy with a 74 B- because of all the people involved. And it continued to get the crowd hotter. In about that, a great heat and decent wrestling, Velvet Sky defeated Mickie James in 10:45 by pinfall with an in-your-face after a distraction from Madison Rayne. 68 C+, 65 from Mickie James, 53 from Velvet Sky. Velvet Sky was visibly tiring towards the end of an 11-minute match, but okay then. But Madison cost Mickie the match. He gets in her face after the match and says, "You want to talk shit, Mickie? I let my ring work talk shit for me. You think Tara has this locked down? Guess again." Velvet Sky picks up Mickie and passes her to Madison, who hits her with a raindrop. So this kind of sets up a little bit of a rivalry between Madison Rayne and Mickie James, as well as Velvet Sky and Madison Rayne possibly reuniting as the beautiful people. But it got a 75 B-. Very, very happy with that in terms of a women's match. That's a very good one, or a women's angle. In a decent match, Davey Richards drew with Nick Jackson in 11:10 when the match descended into chaos after Hernandez and Chavo became involved. 53 C-. They don't click, it made for an awkward bout. 60 from Davey Richards, 58 from Nick Jackson, 53 C-. It's a mixture of their awkwardness and the match ending of it descending into chaos that kind of gave us this rating, but it sets some more things up. Chavo and Hernandez have chairs and beat down both Young Bucks and the Wolves. Chavo says, "You little putos need to learn some respect." Hernandez and Chavo continue to beat them down with chairs until London and Kendrick run down with chairs, and a standoff begins. London and Kendrick on one side of the ring, Chavo and Hernandez on the other side of the ring. They're kind of staring with each other, seeing who's going to move first. Got a 71 C+. I'm happy with that one. And that leads to, after the commercial break, we come back, and there's an impromptu matchup set up between Brian Kendrick and Hernandez, and about that great wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Brian Kendrick defeated Hernandez in 17:48 by pinfall with a quick roll-up. I get an 80 B. I'm very happy with that. Hernandez got a 67, Brian Kendrick got an 81, and that is actually very good for what I was expecting. I was expecting maybe like a C+, but that is a lot better than I thought it would be. So let's keep going with this. In a superb match, Abyss defeated Devon in 11:29 by pinfall with a black hole slam. Got an 82 B. Devon was visibly tiring towards the end. Abyss got a 79. Devon got a 68. This was based on their brawl, so I'm very happy with the rating it wound up getting, especially with their performances. It was higher than that. And we move to our next segment. Oh, gimmick change. We're going to complete Abyss's gimmick change to cult follower. Very good. He was lawyer before because he was Joseph Parks, but I wanted to change that. After the match, Abyss has a microphone and says, "Shepherd, you need not add more to your flock. The other must not be allowed to return to the flock. I have the power to cleanse these people on my own. We can save them on our own." Abyss takes his barbed wire, tears Devon's shirt, and begins lashing him. It got a 57 C-. I'm very disappointed with that, but actually now that I think about it, I'm not as disappointed. It was based on Abyss's microphone or entertainment, and it was not scripted. It was based on Devon selling, and then the Shepherd and the other followers' overness, just because I want to help them gain a little popularity, get them a little bit more over before they debut. 57 C-. Very happy with that. In an exceptional match, Jeff Hardy defeated James Storm in 18:11 by pinfall with a twist of fate. 88 B+. Very happy with that. Hardy got an 89. Storm got an 87. James Storm loses again. James Storm looks distraught after the match, sitting in the ring. He picks up his cowboy hat, looks at it for a while before putting it on and walking to the back. Got a 75 B-. It would have been higher, but it was a short segment because this would obviously be a short segment, and I didn't have a lot of time left in my booking. So James may be questioning his decision to be a cowboy after all. So 75 B-. And now don't forget, we have that match between Mr. Anderson and Samoa Joe coming up. Samoa Joe enters the arena with a determined walk. He paces in the ring and awaits Mr. Anderson. Hulk Hogan's music hits, though, and Hogan says, "Joe, I hate to do this to you, brother, but you won't be facing Mr. Anderson tonight. I just got off the phone with the new owner who said this match is a no-go. We can't risk the health of our world champ a week before Against All Odds." Before the Against All Odds. Ha, fail there. I even failed at selecting that. Before Against All Odds. Joe now has a microphone as he continues the pace. Joe says, "Is this really what you want to do, Hogan? You're going to come out here and cancel my match? Cancel the beating I was going to lay down on Anderson? Hogan, I came out here to kick ass and take out weeks of frustration on that little shit. But now I have a better idea." Joe ditches the mic and begins heading up the ramp. He's making a beeline for Hogan, who runs to the back. Cameras chase after the pair. The cameras catch up, and Joe has Hogan in a coquina clutch. Referees fail to pull him off Hogan, and soon multiple wrestlers run in and pull Joe off of Hogan. And that is how the show ends. It got 100 A-star. Hulk Hogan worked the crowd well, using the freedom to improvise his dialogue to his advantage. It was a very good one. Joe underperformed, though. I think it was mostly based on his menace, so maybe we'll have to see about doing something different. But I think that was a pretty good show. Let's see what it got. Got an 83B+, a little bit lower than I was expecting, especially after the ending we had there and the last match we had. But overall for the show, I think that's pretty good. It was pretty weak in the beginning and picked up towards the end. I'm very happy with it. Matt Cross was used too much, and so was Phoenix, but the show gained us popularity in 43 regions. Very happy with that. And now, let's take you guys to see what it got on TV. Alright, this week's episode of Impact was again an 83B+. It was held in the Santa Ana Star Center in the Mid-South region in front of 6,158 fans. Not a sellout, unfortunately. On TV, it got a 6.03. That's 4.524 million viewers, and a little bit of change there. And I'm very happy with that one. Again, you take one last look at the card. And I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode, where we will have an episode of Explosion, Impact, and then Against All Odds. See you guys then.